Society will die and aliens will dig up the ground and they will find, what was this war on triggers? It will last for as long as humanity does. No matter.
This episode is brought to you by Gator cases and SE microphones.
Hey, welcome back to another rundown. Jared James here, and I am with Austin Archey of Lorna Shore. Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We are sitting behind what is arguably the heaviest, fastest kit out on tour right now.
Nice for you to say, but
Yeah.
I'd have to agree in certain aspects.
Right?
Yeah.
So you've been out in support of the new album only for a couple shows. What's it been like bringing those songs to this live environment?
I mean, I thoroughly enjoy it. Obviously, we've been playing some of the same stuff for a while. So
Right.
playing new songs, some of them are more challenging than others, but some I think just add a little bit more to the vocabulary of what I've been used to playing live. So I find myself just having a new breath of life and playing some songs that are different and doing different things that I wanted to accomplish on the record. So yeah, it's very fulfilling. I mean, I'm having a great time.
Yeah, and the new album is a triumph, man. It's really pushing this heavy genre forward with these kind of sweeping melodies, big cinematic compositions, and you just seem to know right when to kind of lay the hammer, get in there and be brutal when you need to be, but you also know when to pull off the gas and give space to some guitar and vocals and let those moments happen, and it's really, really effective in terms of kind of building this awesome, cohesive album. What was it like going into the studio to kind of approach this new music in that way?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just realized that drums are obviously the root of all rhythm as far as music's concerned. It's the backbone, however you want to call it, but there's also so much rhythm going on, and guitars. Guitars are rhythmic, vocals have a rhythm to them. And I just didn't want to take up, before, when we were younger, it was just play the craziest and write the craziest stuff you could ever imagine and take up kind of all that rhythmic space. And I think there are certain moments where I ease off to allow the vocal rhythm, those cadences, the guitar lead or something like that to breathe. And yeah, it's just a big push-pull game. And then sometimes there's songs where it's just an onslaught, where it's everyone's adding their own thing to it and just overloading it with sound and chaos and just that wall of sound. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to play with the guys and see just give everyone their space. When if I hear a moment in the writing where someone's shining and I'm I just want to be the support to that. I think that was a big learning lesson in that, because extreme metal drums are very intense, but how do you also make room for all the beauty in the vocals and the guitars and the production and all those things? So yeah, definitely a different approach, and that's why I think playing some newer songs, I can just kind of sit back and enjoy a little more.
Right.
There's always some moments where I'm this is easy, but comparatively to what we're used to.
Right, because it's such a far cry from the old VFW hardcore scene days where it's just let's crush this pit, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. And heavy music is having such a moment, from Lorna Shore all the way to the other end of the hardcore spectrum with a band like Turnstile, all the way down to Gojira and Knocked Loose. There's so many bands that are playing massive shows, big sold out tours, headlining and opening the Olympics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What do you think is in heavy music that's kind of landing with people and connecting with fans like that at this time?
I say it all the time, there's so many genres and subgenres that kind of, make their way in, stay a little bit and leave, but I think just heavy metal at its core, whether you go back to, rest in peace Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, Motorhead, those are timeless bands I'm mentioning, but I think heavy metal in general just has such it's a taboo, I don't know, people just really are satiating for something that extreme, and, we live in a very extreme world, things are very quick, you know what I mean? People's attention spans are quick, so you kind of have to be kind of a crazy band nowadays to reach that kind of audience. And I can see, what you said, it's becoming a bit more looked at, and I think just more people have the outlet to find a band like ours, or you see Gojira on the Olympics, and it's it's shocking, So obviously, maybe some people might be against it in that moment, but I feel the majority would be oh wow, that was nuts. I've never heard a band like that. Oh, that's so intense, it's so cool, and it's also empowering. I think metal's very empowering. You listen to that stuff at the gym, you feel good. I mean, Me personally, that's what I have to play the dumbest, heaviest, stupidest music, because I'm yeah, this is awesome. I think metal also is just it's a different face, all these bands are such great people, they work so hard. All the younger bands and Gojira included, it's just people should be proud to support the metal scene, because I could say we are some of the best people in the music industry as a whole. We wear all of our emotions on our sleeves. We're real people. you don't know really what you're getting the higher you get on the ladder. You don't know who does what, who's writing which song. Like, this is all homegrown from our brains. All of our ideas are artistic expression and no like filter. You know, so I think people really latch onto the genuineness of metal, because it is a genuine genre.
Right, that's what I was going to say. I think the authenticity piece is where it's coming from. It's like, come and then, you know, hear this incredible, heartfelt kind of album that is meant to be experienced as a top-down listen, which I think is really important. And then, you know, to get to come and see it live in a room, and it's, you know, it's dudes up here at war with these songs, playing just the fastest kick drum maybe, you know, ever recorded in some senses. And I think it's just really exciting for people to come and see these songs in the room.
I think it's important, yeah. I mean, I love going to shows. I'm a big show goer. All the guys are always like, oh, when you're home, you're always going to shows. But like, you know, through that, I've met a lot of great people outside of our circles, and just, you know, I have a lot of great friends and bands that I respect. And when they come to town, I always show, because I experience them at home, I experience them at the gym, but nothing beats coming to the venue and feeling it and experiencing it, especially a very great, genuine band that you're like, and some bands, you know, you just got to see it to believe it. I say it all the time. You know, I think with us, we always wanted to be very extreme, but I also wanted to be the most extreme band that someone can come see live and see it done. You know, there's a lot of internet, when we were coming up, there's a lot of internet, fast, crazy bands. And we just took on the task to be, because those bands were bigger than us and they weren't even playing shows. So we're like, oh my God, what's going on? So I was like, let's just be like the craziest internet band, but actually just goes out and plays, you know, and try and figure it out, which was an impossible task at that point, but here we are. So worked out.
That's awesome. And then speaking of heavy metal, I'm staring at this thing, which is like the centerpiece of this kit, which I didn't expect to see. A metal drum, and it's a Nostra custom out of Brisbane. Talk to me about the snare drum, because I didn't expect to see this, man.
This one I bring on tour because, my buddy Ben plays in the band Thornhill, and his partner Matt started this company Nostra, and he was always up in my, my DMs. We talk all the time. He's like, man, when you come to Australia, you got to try this thing out. You know, we really stick by this brand, and again, it's two guys making this stuff. So I had the honor to play one of these when I was in Australia, and he just brought it out. And I remember the moment I hit it, the sound guy was like, hey, something happened? Like, did someone touch a mic? Like, I was like, no, I'm just trying out the snare drum. He's like, can you hit that a couple more times? Comes running up. He's like, dude, that thing sounds insane. So I played this exact one in Australia for 5 days. And then when I got home, it was like going out to the used car lot and seeing something. I was like, dude, I can't stop thinking about this thing. You gotta like,
He's like,
we'll build you another one. I was like, whatever that one I played, I'll buy it, ship it, and then we could talk about making some more. But I really put on for this brand, this snare drum, especially for the live sound, because obviously on the floor, which is a detriment to this drum, but we have the Tama bell brass.
Which is like, dude, like, how absurd is it to like with number 2, the Tama bell brass, bro? Like, that just speaks to the incredible thing that's going on here.
It's amazing. It's just, you know, for the job that I need live, just pure punishment. I mean, the only way I could have described the snare when I was playing was it just felt dangerous. It has everything I need. Like, when you lay into it, it's loud, but then when you're blasting, you still feel a lot of the body because it's such a deep drum. It's 14 by 7.5. So I was like, I could tune it higher, and it's not choking it out. You still have so much body to it. So
even in sound check, dude, just like the warmth and the low end of this thing, but it's a brutal cracker. Like, it's fucking crushing.
I love it. And it's stainless steel, which I've never toyed with. I've always been brass. I've always been copper. I've been bronze. So yeah, I never like toyed into the stainless steel market, and this one sold me. So this is my second tour playing this snare. Before that was the bell brass, which, you know, she's on backup duty in case I need her. But I recorded our new record with this snare. This thing's insane. There's no doubt. Whichever way you slice it,
it's gonna go.
For the time being, I'm like, and you know, we're all, I can't make up our minds, drummers. You know, I love this snare right now. Oh, you smell a snare, you get a snare, you sell a snare, you see something you like. This is like the only interchangeable piece. I feel like that's very like a lot to your personality. A snare drum, you know, you got the Lars snare. You know, there's certain bands you're like the snare sound. You know, drums, they stay forever. They're not like a guitar. Like guitar, I always make fun of my guitar players. Like, you guys get guitars all the time. I can only get different snare drums. Because these take up a lot of space. So you got to get something you really love on the drum side. But yeah, I'm really happy with this thing right now.
And it's Tama, and it's been Tama for a long time for you.
Yeah, Tama came in. I mean, I wish I knew the year on hand, but I just remember exactly the moment I met Sam in person, and we talked, and we were just hanging out. Shout out Sam. at Tama, my boy. But he's been hooking up, and we were just like homies, you know, just ran into each other a bunch, and then the band was catching some steam, and I'm very like, you know, sit behind, I'm not gonna ask for nothing. But I just reached out to him like, hey, what are the chances, you know? And he was like, of course. And then things have just worked out for the band, worked out for our relationship, and I started off with a Star Classic Maple, and this is the first tour with this new beast. And this is the be-all, end-all.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
This is the be-all, end-all.
First of all, what is it? And then run me around sizes and shell construction.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is a dream. Obviously, never thought I would ever own a drum set this beautiful. And I'm just honored to even play it every night. But we have a Tama Star Walnut kit.
Nice.
It's the charcoal Japanese sen finish. I just love the wood grain. Just like I like darker drum kits usually. I'm not too like flashy with it, but this gave me like a little bit of everything I wanted, where I'm like, you see how beautiful just the drum itself is through the grain. And we have a 10 by 8, 12 by 9, 18 by 16, 16 by 16, and then the kicks are 20 by 17.
Okay, so a little bit more square.
Yeah, and
which is punchy.
It's punchy. I mean, obviously we stuff them to hell,
Sure.
so we don't do it any justice. But I mean, I had 20 by 16s before, and then the Star lineup just offered a 20 by 17, and I was like, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I didn't pick it for any like purpose other than, yeah, I don't have that. That sounds cool. I've never heard of that before.
Right.
But Sam was like, he was like, oh, that's what I have. It's a good choice. So yeah, I go with 20s just because playing really fast, it just has better rebound, and I'm not really that tall. So I want something where I can lay my drums down on it. Extra 2 inches makes a big difference. So
yeah, no, it does. I mean, we're playing in a game of inches up here.
100%, yeah.
You know?
And I don't got many to spare. I got a lot of shit. I got a lot of stuff to put up here. So I'm like, hey, let's drop it down 2 inches. That way I can get everything really comfortable. But yeah, I mean, I got this kit earlier this year. This is the first tour on it, and I'm just blown away by the craftsmanship. I mean, it's got like, usually where you have like a metal eyelet, you know, in the drum, they're hand carved wood eyelets, and it came with like a pamphlet just telling you all the people that made your drums, what they do for the company.
That's awesome.
It was gorgeous. I mean, it's artifact. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I can't get over it. So
Very
it sounds insane. The walnut's just so deep. And for what I'm doing, I wanted something that was just going to pound down here and have a lot of voice up here.
Right.
So it's perfect. I can't, I mean, I'm only like 4 shows in, but every single day it just feels good. I don't know, like you play a good drum set and it's tuned correctly. Thank God for my drum tech, Elijah. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't know how to tune the drums too well, so thank God for him, because he's got this thing sounding perfect and he knows what I like.
Live and die by our techs, man. Thanks to all the techs.
100%.
Yeah.
Him and my buddy Dan Stank is at home. Like, those 2 guys just take care of me. I know where I'm at in the world, so
cool.
I'd be nothing without them.
Meet the Groove Series drum hardware cases from Gator. 2 sizes, 1 mission. Choose the 33 by 15 inch case for compact setups and tight car spaces. Need more room? The 42 by 16 inch model carries longer stands, no hardware breakdown required. Move how you groove. The compact case features a smooth telescoping handle and molded side grips. The larger size steps up with a built-in pole handle and spring-loaded lift handles that stop at 90 degrees for ergonomic carrying. Tough on the outside, smart all around. These cases use weather-resistant rotational molding for lightweight strength, while interlocking channels let you stack them with your other grooves gear like a pro. Heavy-duty 2-inch straps with high-tension buckles keep everything sealed tight, and rubber inline wheels make load-ins feel like a breeze. The Groove Series from Gator. Let your hardware ride in style.
And these beautiful drums would not be dressed for business if they didn't have Evans on them. Talk to me about the heads and why you got into G2s on these.
So yeah, I've gone through every iteration over my 20 plus years playing drums. Coated tops, coated bottoms. Last couple years, yeah, we've been going G2s on top. You have to change them a little more.
Sure.
But overall, you're getting the sound of the drum. I just think that when you have a thick head, if you have this beautiful drum, you're not doing it any justice. You really get that sing. Put a little bit of moon gel on it. Really don't want to choke it out. Like, I'm not a fan of just dampening the drum so hard, at least for our sound. It's like, it just makes the drum quieter, and we want the drums to be loud.
Yeah.
And then we do EC2 batter heads on the bottom.
Okay.
Just because they have a control ring in them, sort of, so you kind of can get a bit of that dampening effect from the bottom already just by having a thicker head on the bottom.
Maybe halfway to doing a coated head on bottom, right?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
A little over tone control, but not choke.
Still see through the drum.
Yeah,
still get the lights to shine through it, you know. But yeah, that was actually a little trick my old tech Davier, he plays with Devil Driver.
Cool.
He put me on that. So Yeah, a lot of like what's going on here is just years of playing, seeing, hanging out with other drummer dudes, having techs just like influence, the setup. I mean, even like the hardware setup that we have going on is like some crazy game of piece together stuff. But I like having a tech because they see me play and they'll like notice what I'm doing and where I'm reaching and where I'm like kind of like struggling where I wouldn't know. And then they're like, hey man, let's do this instead. And then that really helps my playing, just by having convenience with how fast this is.
Conservation of energy and stuff. That's
ergonomic setups.
That's a team effort, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. And did the snare come with that Evans head, or is that a choice that you made after?
This is a choice I made after. I like the heavyweight dry on tour because, there was like a big time with the hybrid head, before like I could honestly afford to change the head every couple days. But it just kind of made every drum sound similar to me just because it's such a thick head. You're not really getting, like I said, like the drum sound. So when I record, we were going thinner and thinner and thinner, but then we're changing the head after every song.
Right.
Just because how, like, I'm like, this thing's dead.
Yeah.
So this one still has, I think, enough durability, but also like range within it that it's going to give me that nice sound. I like heavyweight dry. I mean, I have a couple of ones that I'm trying, the UC1 reverse dot, but yeah, just kind of laying on this one. It hasn't done me wrong. Sounds great,
I love the way the dry is pairing with the stainless steel.
Yes.
It's just like this nice, crispy, but like beefy thing.
I want it to hurt.
It's hurting,
if you
bro.
If you heard it hard,
I was standing right over there during sound check, and I was like, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I'm in danger. For sure. What do you got on the bottom, Rezo?
Classic. Hazy 300.
Yeah, dude, let's go.
I don't even know if there's another head.
I don't even think they sell anything.
I think that one's just been going strong for God knows how long. So yeah,
well,
classic.
you got snare. How many snares on the bottom as well?
Oh, we have 30 strand, Super 30 pure sound.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Not too big. I mean, I've gone to all depths.
Yeah.
Go to Guitar Center, get the 40 strand, get the 20 strand, 30 strand. I'm like, all right, we're okay.
Yeah,
this is good.
The 42s just feel like aggressive. They look sick. But I'm like, come on, man, what am I doing?
It's a flex. It's like the bell brass hoops. Like, no one needs that. But hey, we're gluttonous. We're drummers.
Yeah. All right, well, you're flexing the heads with some sticks, dude. I see ProMarks. What do we got?
Oh, Rebound 5B. This is my
straight down the middle, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good stick.
And I just, I'll accidentally order like a forward 5B, or I'll like get a different iteration of it. These ones just stick around. I don't know.
Yeah.
They just feel great. Maybe because it's in the name. It's got a lot of rebound. I don't know. But then other people are like, oh, you should try the forwards. They're a little longer. You can get more of this. I'm like, my hands. Like, I talked with the guys the other day just about, or my drum tech, just like about sticks. And it's like, yeah, like I'll buy a pair just to try, or I'll order a different pair. Like if I'm playing like not Lorna Shore, like I would like 2Bs. Just because you could pound and and no matter how hard you hit the drum, it's gonna be so loud.
Right.
The guys I know rocking that, they're just insane. They have a muscle here that just cannot be freaking obliterated. Like for me, I play that thing a couple songs in and it feels great, but I'm like, yeah, my hands are struggling because I don't have that big of hands.
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys, they got freaking banana hands, and the 2B feels like a 5B to them. So I'm like, all right, this is good enough for me.
That's it. Well, you're reaching for some beautiful stuff up here. Meinl all across the top.
Yep.
You want to start left to right and go with what we got?
Yeah. So we got an 18-inch extra hammered China from the Pure Alloy series.
Dude, let's go.
This one's a new one in their lineup, and I was trying it out, but I was like, it's just a perfect left side China. I mean, because I wanted something just a bit trashier because it's only getting hit really quick. It doesn't need to like sing too much.
Just an explosive.
Explosive, exactly. So that just comes in on the blast, little accents. So this one, really enjoying it. Honestly, I think this one has found its home. Up top here, we have the 19-inch Byzance Polyphonic Crash. Here we have the Byzance. We added these this tour. 18-inch medium crash. We got the 19-inch medium thin. And then as far as crashes go, 20-inch medium crash.
Okay.
So these, I call them, I mean, I've never called it before, but what I would say now is like the choruses,
right.
The big parts. I wanted something that was a little more soaring where I can lay back on it. These are for the faster parts. And like, obviously back in the day, this is all I ever had. But when we were writing newer songs and having different parts with like, the big choruses with the soaring leads, I'm like, kind of wanted like a big crash, like because I always grew up playing, the 21-inch Sweet Rides or like 22-inch Crash. Like, I loved Aaron Gillespie. I wanted the 24-inch, and so with this setup, I'm trying to like have some bigger stuff. I might even go bigger one day, who knows? But I like having a big floppy crash when you're hitting those parts. It just feels good. It's buttery. It's nice. And The polyphonic, I had another polyphonic over here, it did crack. But these I love just because, I don't know, they're very explosive. They have a little bit of dryness to them. These are just like glassy and super like shiny, so I like them up front. Yeah, as far as crashes go, yeah, rocking Byzance now. Hi-hats, again, new for the tour, the Serpent hats, the Derek Roddy signatures. So these have a like, well, the mic's there, but the bottom is brilliant, and then the bottom's dry.
Right.
So then you can play it either way.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do a dry top just to give it a little more, I don't know, grossness. Just
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, it's because the dry hats we all love. They sound cool, but they get lost in the mix.
It's this like papery chank that kind of, yeah.
So it's cool, but it gets lost if I don't have something that's, you know, soaring above the guitars and stuff. So this was like, once I saw these online and kind of knew what they were, I was like, oh, that kind of sounds like exactly what I'm looking for.
Right.
Something where even if this didn't work out, I could put it on the bottom. You still get a little dryness because everything's so quick. You know, as long as we're doing everything right up front, you should be able to hear it.
Right.
So
yeah.
Splashes, yeah, we got 10-inch Byzance, Brilliant Splash, 8-inch Byzance, Brilliant Splash, and then a 10-inch Byzance Dual. And yeah, these I interchange a little bit. I mean, 8s, you take what you can get.
Right.
But, you know, this one gets a heavy beating on her. And then these I just like to always have like something different, like as far as like one that's a little trashier than the other. So it's like if I'm doing a run, it's like, all right, cool, it kind of ends on a bit more of a quicker note.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here we got the Byzance 18-inch Brilliant China.
Workhorse.
It's a workhorse, yeah. Like it's great. I've swapped out. I do another one I put on for is the Classics Custom Dual. It's got a black interior.
Okay.
That one for a cheaper cymbal, you know, as far as like price goes, crushes. I love it. This one I just wanted to try that out this tour just to like see if I'm on the money with that one. But
yeah.
I do like that one. And then this is the oldest standing cymbal of the lineup. 22-inch heavy hammered ride. I mean, you just can't get away from it. If you're playing this kind of music, this is the best ride cymbal.
You need that articulation in those blast beats, man.
100%. And the bell's big.
Yeah.
But it's not mega bell big, which I do like because
it's almost there.
It's got a nice pinch to it, and you kind of got to work for it a little more. I was definitely like playing mega bells at a certain point. I was like, oh, it's a bit of a crutch. Don't have that accuracy, that pinpoint, you know, Finland black metal, just finesse, just boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, all right, let's go play this thing. And I love this thing. I'll never get rid of this in the setup. I want this thing to be grossly patinaed and ugly and dirty in a couple of years. It's a couple of years old now, but we're not there yet.
I like the patina and kind of how you're leaving them played. It's nice, man. Let it go. It's kind of like what I do.
Yeah,
I feel
we don't
justified.
Polish. We don't polish. They look great the first day. The moment you take it out the bag and put it on, you do this once.
Right.
It's the game has started.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, it's really cool to see you playing with dynamics, especially on the new record where you're kind of intentionally picking things to like lift the chorus, but you're keeping some of the like old, you know, testy things for when you need to like get brutal with it.
Of course.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And we have it all going through SE mics,
Yes.
which is really cool. So how did you get to SEs?
I mean, Tony, the owner of SE, is just such a cool guy. Love seeing him. Like, genuinely, when I run into him, I'm like, this guy's awesome. And I just, you know, drum mics, like, it definitely wasn't something I ever thought about until, like, we played a lot of shows and we had sound guys and they would, like, talk about things. You throw on some Shores, you throw on an Audix D6 on the floor and you got it made, you know, back in the day. But once we started to, like, play around with stuff, you know, even with just, like, how they're, like, look, like, you know, all the cables come down.
Look,
they're not hanging up. And then these chrome ones, we just got this tour because selfishly, I saw Eloy's kit. I saw these on it, and I was like, what's up with that? That's baller. And he's like, oh, we'll get you some. So, yeah, we're rocking just the V-Pack all around. I mean, I think we've used pretty much all of the V-Pack throughout the drums. We used the Chrome SE8 and the V7X, both on the Snare.
Yeah, that's an interesting pairing.
That's
man.
That's something new as well. This one we used for a while because this has a lot of that crack.
Right, okay.
But this has all the body. So now we got both.
So you're blending it there.
We're blending it up front, and honestly, that has been such a game changer for the tone because we like that, like, just dangerous crack, but we weren't getting that body lift through the PA where you feel it in your chest out front. You hear it, you hear the snare, but you didn't feel it as much before adding that. So that one was great. And then we have, like, these new side address SE8s, so you can just, like, slickly pair them in here. We have one on the bottom of the snare, and I'm pretty sure there's just a classic SE8 over here underneath the ride. But yeah, I love SE. I mean, never felt better about them. And then we also do the Roland Triggers on the bottom heads.
Yeah, okay.
For the gates.
Yeah.
Basically, if you don't know, you can use the trigger to set a threshold so that when this drum isn't being played, this mic isn't on. So you just have a cleaner mix. So this is only on when I'm playing it, so he can dial that in without worrying about cymbal bleed.
Yeah.
So it's a smart trick.
It's a really smart trick, and a lot of people, the trigger in the drums and all this shit. And it's like the gate.
That's why I put them on the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you getting out of there? There's no Joey Jortson sample on that. Like, come on. I wish, hey, but you got to work for it sometimes.
We all live in fear of the comment section, man.
Oh yeah. Listen, I've been through it. I use triggers on the kick drum. The society will die and aliens will dig up the ground and they will find what was this war on triggers. It will last for as long as humanity does. No matter, and there's always a new solution of a better trigger. But for me, I use the clip-on Roland. There's ones that go in the pedals. There's laser this. There's magnet this. This has worked for me forever.
Right.
I'll be a dinosaur and just rock them.
Cool.
They work for me. So
yeah, it's working.
I figured it out.
Only from SE.
You've got some of the fastest open close sounds in the kick drum that I've heard live and I've heard on the records. We just got to talk about your double game. What do we got going on down there that's getting it done, pedals wise and also heads?
We're doing. I've noticed on the kick head just going thinner. Honestly, whatever when you buy the drum, that thin bass drum head.
Yeah.
1-2 ply, whatever it might be, just thinnest head, just to get a lot of that vibration across. Not too tight on the head, but the pedals, Axis percussion always. I mean, Axis is for the job. If you're doing fast doubles, playing style like me, I've tried a lot of other pedals. I've done, so many rounds between what's in right now, what's the solution for playing faster. But these, I've been playing Axis for, about 10 years now, and this is a brand new pair for the tour. Shout out Zed, always hooks it up. And they got the micro tunes on them. We dialed them back a little bit. I think the more I've been playing, the less tight I need them. Classic sonic hammer beaters.
Okay.
And then a little bit of grip tape because I don't play with shoes on.
I saw sound check you were rocking the socks, dude.
Yeah, whip them off.
All right.
Yeah, I just got to feel the pedal. With that technique itself, feeling the pedal is kind of all of it. And I could play with shoes up to a certain speed, and then I start to feel like I'm not in control, and it feels a bit more runaway train versus having the arch of my foot, and I feel every hit. It's more of, I think it almost might be more of a psychological thing because I've just been doing it for so long. The moment I put shoes on, it's like, cool, it feels good, but I don't feel like I'm playing.
Yeah, you don't feel connected to it?
No, and I could dig a lot harder and just go for broke on those insanely fast things, you know? Because certain things are just inhumanly or should be inhumanly possible as far as how fast it is.
Yeah.
We'll write it and then I got to go learn it, and I'm like, my God, what did we do?
Well, that's the thing, right? Yeah. I'm sure you had that moment.
This is it. This is the one you're not gonna get away with, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I give a lot of that to the adrenaline of the show and just
right.
being in the moment. So.
For sure. And in terms of monitoring, I'm sure that you're anchoring a lot of the feel of it is getting bass into your mix. So how are you monitoring up here? We're sitting in front of a wedge. And we got some other things.
I probably don't need this, but for me, being all the way up here, I need to feel like I'm in the show. So I just have them pump some triggers and some samples through there.
Okay.
And then in my ears, it's just ghost guitars and then a little bit of Will's vocals, ambient mic for the crowd. And then, Rob, our engineer on monitors, pumps these drums to 20.
Yeah.
So It sounds really good
Yeah.
in the ears. Yeah, it's
That's
awesome.
And for context, we're like, at least 10 feet in the air. This is the highest I've ever been up for a drum rundown. Yeah, like I was on a riser one time with Charlie Angen, and we were on a 6 foot up, and I thought that was crazy. This is up here. So
I don't
like,
even know what's going on.
Dude, yeah,
I
but
don't look back.
don't look back. But you do have a lot of room for activities. I mean, there's, Sam's over there and Brandon's over there.
Yep.
We're up here on a riser, which is crazy. There's a lot of room. Do you get visits from the guys from time to time to come say
Time
hi?
to time.
Yeah.
We're early in the tour. Yesterday I had 2 visitors. Day before 1. 2 days before that, nobody came up. So people are starting to realize, hey, it's fun up here, and
Yeah.
now we got it taped off. You know where to go. I mean, it's a little sketchy. It's a little scary.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
It's a little sketch.
Once I'm up here, I stay here.
Yeah.
I'll get off maybe for like the little encore break, and then
Yeah.
I'm staying put.
Cool.
It's a whole world up here.
There's a little digital world over here that I see. What's going on over here in this case?
This is actually the method of my father's madness. He is a guitar pedal board builder nut at heart. So I'm a drummer. There's not much, he can help me with. But this, once he figured out that I was using a lot more electronics, being a drummer, he built me this. So it's basically just 2 TM2s. Each kick runs their own module just because there's so much information that I noticed one was a bit overload. So we just separated them to just like have a bit more control over each drum. And yeah, like everything, the DI box, power, everything is just underneath in its own little cubby. And then the top becomes a bit of a, throw my phone here and charge it later.
Right,
There's
right.
a little, he gave me a little charge
hospitality
for it, yeah.
area.
So, but it's in like an old Samsonite, like train traveler's briefcase that my dad just like found at a thrift store. So it's super cool. I love having that, and it's a little piece of my dad with me every day on tour. So
That's awesome.
he builds these for me anytime I ask. It's like, oh, you need another one? Sure. But I have one in, Europe that just stays there. So yeah, we have like a bunch of these rigs running, and honestly, over the years, a lot of drummers have come up to me like, oh my God, it's such a cool thing. I'm like, I had nothing to do with it. That's my dad. You know what I mean? So, it's really cool. It originally was something I needed because we had to get on and off stage so fast as an opening band. Now it's just a cool piece of my dad here with me every day. So it's
Very
sick.
cool.
It's sick.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time, man. We're
course.
excited to see you here tonight at the Pinnacle in Nashville. Loving the new record. Excited to hear some of these songs in the room tonight. It's Austin Archey of Lorna Shore, and I'm Jared James. See you on another rundown.
Later.